Okay. Alright, so for today's video, I'm going to be listing off every single cartoon character or video game character I could think of which I have the same voice impression as one of my friends for each show, which will include a few video game characters and a couple of characters to be from animes. Because, well, yeah, they just so happen to be in my vocal range for whatever reason. So, shall we get started? As I think we should. Starting with my girlfriend, of course. What better way than to start off with Paw Patrol by mentioning how just like me, she was able to do Everest. She used to be able to do Sky, so I decided why not mention this, which both just happen to also be in voices that Stetson can do, which she is going to be mentioned again later on in this video for other voice impressions that I got going. And then she can currently she's still able to do Everest, luckily, but also Mayor Goodway and Chickaletta. And then onto the AFMAO YouTube channel, we got AFMAO and Casey that we both have in common. For Dora the Explorer characters, we got Dora herself, which, yes, she's not the only character that's going to be mentioned out of the Dora franchise, but she's the one that is mentioned for my girlfriend, which also just happens to be the same one that Stetson and Jay can do. And yes, Jay is going to be involved in this video too. I would call him by his actual name to go in ABC order like I'm planning on with the names, except he doesn't want his name to be revealed on YouTube as far as I know, so it ain't happening. I'm sorry to those that want to know his name. You're going to have to call his phone number, which I'm not leaking. You're going to have to find out by yourself because it's said in his voicemail. That's all I'm going to say about it. Anyway, next up, Mary from Mother Goose Club, which not only can she and I do that voice, but for some reason, Liam can do the voice, even though he sounds closer to Jack. I don't know why he can do the voice, but it's like legit the only female voice I've ever heard him be able to do accurately. And don't worry, whenever I get to that I'm a voice actor video, the female edition like I did with the male characters, I will be featuring Mary from Mother Goose Club as one of the characters I'm doing. Anyway, we also got Annie and June from Little Einsteins, which Stetson can also do for some reason. I don't know why, but anyway. Funny enough how with Annie, June, and Dora, she did get them all from doing the voice of Mary. And based on how she reacted towards the show, with it reminding her of Lazy Town and how she does not like Lazy Town, I have a feeling that she does not like Mother Goose Club. Oh well. Anyway, other characters she can do the voice of? Let's go to those. We got Nezuko from Demon Slayer. Yep, and this character along with Mary Goodway and Chickaletta seem to be the only three that she's the only one that I have in common with on there. But next up, Lois from Family Guy. Yep. Family Guy. We got Dora, we got Paw Patrol, and then we just get Demon Slayer, and then just Family Guy involved. And like, how can the 6 shows mentioned involving, like, and these aren't the only voices too. I just don't know how Paw Patrol can mix in with Mother Goose Club, Family Guy, and I'm just saying it's just weird. Anyway, the other voices she can do, we got Mickey Mouse. Yep. Which not only can she do that voice, but also Liam, Stetson, and my friend Jay and Jason. Yep. All 4. Like, so yeah, the only friend of mine that's... Oh, and also my friend Caden can do that voice too. And Caden can do Dora. Yeah. So, don't be surprised. And, yeah. Although, the way that she be using Dora, just saying, it ain't gonna be pretty. you're probably gonna get traumatized by how inappropriate it is. Anyway, next up, yeah, okay, yep, Minnie Mouse. The voice of Minnie Mouse, which not only can she do the voice, but also Stetson. Followed up by being able to do the voices of Isabella and Candace from Phineas and Ferb, which, other than her, Stetson is also able to do those voices. And Liam came so close, yet his voice is just a little too low on the pitching of his voice, which really makes me question how he's able to do the voice of Mary, because coincidentally, all my female voices that I've ever done have like somehow had something involved with Isabella as one of the voices, as she was, except for the voice of Blue from Blue's Clues, of which I forgot to get an image ready, but I might as well mention this. My friends Jay and Caden can do those voices. Yep, a sister thing going on there. Well, which got the Caden coincidentally getting the voice the same day as me. I don't know. But anyway, next up. Yep, that's a lot of characters involved, but based on the clues of what is shown here, yeah, Bubble Guppies. We got Bubble Guppies involved for the show, which we have Molly, which Heather is the one to be able to do the voice. And then Gil, yes, all the Bubble Guppies characters Heather can do that is featured on this video for mentions. But also to add on top of that, with Gil, we also have Liam being able to do that voice. Gobi, which other than Heather, there's no other people that I know to be able to also do the voice. And then next up, we have Dima, which, again, other than Heather, I don't know who else is able to do that voice. And then Una, which, yes, this time, just like Gil, we do have another character. We have another person other than Heather to also be able to do that voice, too. Which, Heather can still do those voices. Go check out her YouTube channel in case you're confused, because she's done those voices before. Anyway, I'm just saying, for any voice impressions from anyone, yeah. And then, of course, Nani, her favorite character, even though Gil's my favorite. And then there's, of course, Zooey, of which, yeah, I don't think we should be surprised. And then there's one from Hey Dougie, Happy. Yep, her favorite Hey Dougie character. Yep, my favorite character I can't do. I have to wait on that one. Although, Stetson and Heather have both already heard my other voice impression that I can do, and which you can hear on one of my live streams, although I don't remember which one, so I'm not going to say it. All I'm going to say is that the line I memorized from this person, Stetson does not like that line. I'm just saying. But I ain't going to mention the episode because it might make her hasty again. I ain't going to say it. Because she already knows. And I don't want anyone else to be confused. Anyway, next up, let's see who the next person is in the listing. Based on ABC order, the next person should be Jason. And so, oh yeah, I might as well, I had forgotten Fluttershy. For Fluttershy, I do have that voice impression, but also in response, I also found out that Stetson, Bailey, my girlfriend, basically, which she's fine with you guys knowing her name because, well, it's been revealed on my live streams, and she didn't seem too mad about it. Although, on the side of not only those two, but also Jason can do the voice, which the dude is usually known to be able to do voices from SpongeBob SquarePants, of all things. Either that or anime or video game voices. So I do not know why he can do the voice of Fluttershy. I really don't. As this was a recent development and I'm still confused. 1 week later, too. Like, as of tomorrow. Like 1 week later, it's gonna be tomorrow as of the day I'm recording this video. Tomorrow makes 1 week. No wait, as of the day that this video is uploaded, I mean. Huh. Anyway, next up, we also have Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, which also Jason can do. Oh, wait, I'm talking about him. And yes, I'm mocking Patrick in the process. Even though he's technically my favorite SpongeBob character, it's not really something that you can expect too much out of. Anyway, but yeah, not only can Jason do the voice out of the people I know, but also in the process, my own girlfriend along with Stetson, and somehow Khalil and Jay. Huh. If Isn't it kind of weird though that the only two people that just so happen to have a common voice impression, like that I've already mentioned out of Phineas and Ferb characters, just happen to be the only two girls that end up being able to do Patrick that I know that I've actually became friends with at first, before our friendship took a level where they show up on my YouTube channel. Isn't that kind of weird? Huh. Anyway. Oh, and I might as well mention this. He can also do the voice of Squidward, which Khalil can also do, along with Jay, although the girls cannot. Weird. Out of all three girls that have been mentioned in this video so far, cannot do Squidward, yet two out of the three can do Patrick. Although, I might as well mention this. I just happen to have a voice impression in common with my friend Emma, which happens to be Pikachu, my favorite Pokemon character. Coincidence? Coincidence, bro? Anyway, next up on my list on if I'm going in ABC order would be Khalil, so I might as well show you the only characters that he can do, but Jason can't. Those being Luigi. Oh yeah, Luigi time. Oh, let's go. And yes, there's the Luigi voice. But anyway, of course, my friend Jay can also do the voice of Luigi to the level where anytime he gets mad, he does the voice of Luigi. That's how crazy his voice is with this character. Which I had that same effect with Phineas. Yeah, I don't know why, man. I really don't know why. Anyway, the other character can do the voice that I can too. And yes, the next one that he can do that I also can do, Jay will also be able to do voice of here. But for some reason, Jason is a no on that. Baldy! And his favorite line is, "I'm gonna touch you!" And yes, I'm doing the exact way he does, Baldy! That's crazy! Yeah! Yeah, 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 yeah. What was I doing? Anyway, next up on my list, I forgot to mention him on what characters I can do in common with him, but Jay is going to go next. Sorry for not going in ABC order, but I keep forgetting certain ones. Like, under technicality, if I really was going in ABC order, Emma should have gone after Bailey, but yeah, anyway. He can also do the voice of Jeffy, which, oh yeah, I might as well mention this. I do have one more friend, and I'm going to download the images that I have in common with him. And, of course, I'm going to download the remaining images for Caden that I've forgotten to download before making this video. That other friend being Antonio, he would technically have had to go into the start. But anyway, so far Jeffy, which he can also do. Black Yoshi, which, yeah, I'm still surprised that Khalil can't. If you don't get it, it's best if you don't. The only person that will get it, though, is Jason. Although, hi guys, he can do Charlie. And today, I'm gonna show how he does it. Just kidding, fuck you. Okay, I don't know why he did all that, but anyway. Yeah, I do have some images missing on, but anyway, there's also Joseph. Yeah, you can do that, dude. Boy, you can do Karen. Although the way I say that actually not methamphetamine. Okay, I need to calm down. It sounds like she's high on drugs, though. That's the funny thing. Oh, and you also can do Mayor Humdinger. Yes, you can do this voice. Why, yes, the Paw Patrol have humiliated him for the last time, haven't they? Or at least the Paw Patrol could. Yeah, anyway. And of course, he could do Sonic the Hedgehog, which, yes, you're hearing it out of me too. Yes, anyway, now, let's do this. Yes, he can do Shadow. The closest to a Shadow voice I was able to do was the Keanu Reeves version from the third Sonic movie. Anyway, there is one more voice impression he has in common with me that I forgot to download in this video, but luckily I still have access to an image of him. I might as well show it. Here he is, Riggy. The voice of Riggy. Yep. And of course, it could do Dano too, so I guess in some way this kind of counts since Dano is the voice actor for Riggy. But I forgot to download an image. Riggy, you're too lazy to download one, aren't you? Yeah, I'm too lazy because you won't give me a raise. Also, why the hell did you just try to take over the Paw Patrol Kids channel? Because he doesn't deserve it. And yes, Liam, if you're watching this, this is meant to be an abridged thing while also being connected to the SCU at the same time. And connected to my real life stuff, so it's all connected at once. So far, the lines you're hearing are coming straight out of the abridged universe for the ones that I have done in the voices of Riggy and Dano. But anyway. Oh yeah, and one last thing with Khalil. His voice impressions also include SpongeBob. Why, yeah! Anyway, next up is the voice impressions I have in common with Kaden. But she can do Aphmau and Casey already. So, wait, why am I still doing this voice? I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and show those. Oh yeah, and also she can do the voices of Sky, Everest, Isabella, and Candace because of me, but here's the last character she can do in common with me. Blue from Blue's Clues. Yep. And I just realized another character that Jay has in common with me, which he is probably mad about still to this day. But let's show that. Yep, the voice of boyfriend, bitch. Anyway. So, yeah, that. I don't know why he showed up, but anyway. The next step on the voice impressions, there is one more oh yeah, and I just remembered one more that you can do the voice of in common with me. From Phineas and Ferb this time. Let's go ahead and show it. Since he's done it on his channel and you've heard him do it on mine, so we might as well reveal it. Why, yes. Anyway, I can do the voice of Ferb, which he can also do. And now, let's see, who would be next? Oh, Liam. Alright, let's show those voices that he can do that Heather can't. Now, it's time to show him. Yep, we got our first Team Umizoomi character going into this with the voice of Geo coming out of Liam for whatever reason. Which I'm not surprised since Geo is his favorite character. And people would not be surprised about me being able to voice because of how many characters how many voice impressions I already have. And also because of my cartoon obsession. Especially with those shows from Nick Jr. Anyway, but also, for some reason you can do Phineas? I don't know how, but hey, whatever works, I guess. Oh boy. And, oh yeah, here's the next one. Chase and Ryder from Paw Patrol. And of course, Jack from Mother Goose Club. But then next up, we got the ones from what Stetson is able to do in common with me, which for some reason includes Peter Griffin and Joe Swanson from Family Guy, and then Ming Ming from Wonder Pets, and then Kai Lan from Ni Hao Kai Lan. Oh, and I forgot to mention on this, for in common with me to do the voice of Boots, based on how my video has reacted so far, you may be surprised at who it is, but it ends up being Heather, of all people. So, there you go. And I'm talking about those like Riggy that are going to be surprised there. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's see. And also she can do the voice of Millie too, just like how I've been able to, shown on my YouTube channel too, on where I've been able to do it. And how I know she can do these voices, I was the one that was helping her get these voices going. And I might as well mention this as like a little backstory to how she's able to do voice of Una. She was trying to do the voice of Molly and accidentally did her voice from the Lost UK dub of the show when she was trying to get the US dub, and then she tried making it a little higher pitch, and I ended up hearing the voice of Una out of her, so there's that. And there is one more character that she can do in common with me that I think I might remember. Oh yeah! And we should not be surprised because this show has Nelvana attached to it, so there's that as to why she's able to do the voice of this character. Tasha from the Backyardigans. And all my reaction is like, want to know what my reaction is? Oh, for goodness sakes. Anyway, yeah, those are all the ones I can think of right now. So, yep, we got the Backyardigans, Paw Patrol, Bubble Guppies, Team Umizoomi, Family Guy, Pokemon, Demon Slayer. We even got the AFML and SML YouTube channels involved in this, even though the channels themselves aren't involved, and of course the Dano Draws YouTube channel, which, yes, I was kind of lazy myself there on not downloading any images for getting Dano, but anyway. Anyway. Sorry, it's just because of this Squid Game trend I've been seeing, but anyway. Up next, yeah, don't be surprised at another Random Music episode for tomorrow's video. Especially with how long this video took. There ain't no way I'm going to do another normal video like this, unless I see like some news that I gotta tell Antonio. Oh, speaking of Antonio, I might as well show the characters in common that I've been able to do with him. And I might as well show the remaining character that I can do in common with Jay. With Antonio, this is the one character that I have not already mentioned. Wait, there's a second one, but I'll get to that later after this. Which, yes, the voice of Cricket Green. And in case you're wondering why I'm not using the Chicken Nugget franchise, there's just way too many there for me to get involved in. Yeah. And besides, this video is already long enough, so. Anyway, the next voice impression I'm doing right now. Can I figure out who? It took me. Well, yes. Now, I'm going home and ending the video. Because I really don't care about the problem, okay? Understood? I hope you understood. Now, if you guys got, in case you are wondering, for any future videos with the SCU, I'm just going to have the image of whoever I'm doing the voice of. And unless I'm using my normal voice, and I'm going to look through, it's going to be a 1 day of each thing, as I'm planning on doing that eventually, and it's going to be the image of whatever shows up if there is an image to go along with it. That is, if it's an official image that appears in an actual episode or from an official account, like a social media account for the network that the show airs on. But anyway, yeah. So far, I'm still honestly waiting on at least one other person to end up with the Kukoujiku. Oh, I forgot. There's one Kukoujiku character that I have in common with Antonio that I can't officially mention here. And Liam is gonna be upset at who it's gonna be. And therefore... yes! I have officially done it. On my channel. Even though it kind of hurts my voice, but anyway. Yep, General No Fun. Why? If only Allison could do some voices, but alas, she's not. And now, you need to understand. Fun is done. Red is dead. Gray is the way. Gray, gray, gray. Understood? As I've officially taken over his YouTube channel, and I'm about to use my own song for this so-called random music series. To hopefully get it canceled. Yeah, so the only chance of that is if you get a cussing video involved as an actual episode and not an abridged one. And even then, what are your chances? Because of YouTube and the Paw Patrol. Oh, and of course, all of us girls. You have nothing against us. If only there was a way. Stand aside, General No Smart. Now, where was I? Oh yes, the final voice impression I'm going to mention on who I have in common with someone is going to be right here, right now. Why, yes! On the 5th day of Christmas, you better give to me the entire tri-state area! In fact, maybe we could destroy that kid once and for all. Yes, Dr. Doofenshmirtz is the last voice impression I could think of on this case. And I ain't talking Paw Patrol, baby! Yes, the voice of Dr. Doofenshmirtz. So yeah, somehow 2 girls and 2 boys, somehow a half girls, half boys situation. If we're talking characters that aren't quiet all the time, on the voice impressions that I have in common with people from Phineas and Ferb, which is wild. Oh, and also, in case Jamie is watching, I might as well tell you this. For whatever reason, I have recently been able to develop the voices of Puzz and Yuki as little voice impressions, so I might show that in a new video for a Yuki and Friends edition of an I'm a voice actor thing. With my official ones, too. Anyway, that is the end of this video. Legitimately this time, because there aren't any from like Shimmer and Shine or Sunny Day that I could think of. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Yeah, I swear. And now my voice is actually hurting, so I have to end it anyways. So yeah, enjoy this half-hour video explaining all of this. If you're watching from the beginning but just decide to skip to the end, that is. Go back to the beginning of the video if you haven't already. Anyway. I forgot this originally in my first recording, so this is combined with it. But one last person that I didn't mention was my friend Liana, which she can not only also do the voice of Nezuko from Demon Slayer, but also Bo Peep from Mother Goose Club can be one of them. That, yeah, just so happens to be characters that I can do, which you most likely have heard on my voice impressions, like my voice impressions for both of them. Nezuko over on my live streams, but then just randomly on a Christmas video happened to be where I found where the voice of Bo Peep came in. I think it's Random Music Season 5, Episode 3, where you can find it. Just me singing Jolly Old Saint Nick. Anyway, that's all for today's video, I guess. Later. And so this is the last bonus I can add to this voice impressions video thing of voice impressions I have in common with my friends that I know about, where 2 more of my friends can be mentioned about this. One of them being Israel, the other I'm not sure of what his name is. And besides, I forgot to mention a few of these characters anyways because of previous ones, where Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck from Looney Tunes, yeah, they get involved with my friend from school that I can't remember the name of, along with my friend Antonio. And as for a Pokemon bonus, you got Jigglypuff, Squirtle, Pichu, Charmander, Charizard, and Raichu, because my friend Israel, which I'm just mentioning, it's just, anyway, yeah, so, just pointing those out. But yeah, that should be the official end of the video instead of the whole thing of mentioning my friend Liana. But yeah, later. Oh, so what's even more about this whole situation? Even the voice of Plex. Tootie, you should be nice to Google. Yeah, I don't know why, but Plex ends up being in this whole listing of cartoon characters, and I can do that have someone out of my friends who does a voice impression of them, or alongside me, which, again, just like Happy and the Bubble Guppies, this would go to Heather, again. But also I might as well mention, to add on top of it, the voices of Donald Trump and my brother Braden, which just so happened to be in common with Jay for Donald Trump.
Now, I don't understand why, but I'm not going to be making images for these because we're just getting them off of Google because they're real life, not fiction.
But also, as for the voice of Brayden, not only him, but also Liam.
Yep.
I don't care about leaking his name on the internet, to be honest. Although showing a picture of him, due to how ugly he is, I don't think you guys will be able to handle it. Just saying. But yeah. I guess that is officially all, considering I legit can't think of anyone else. Oh, boy. Like, legit. Though, the fact that it ranges from Yo Gabba Gabba to Family Guy is wild. Anyway, later. Update before the official video release where I just remembered where, unless I remember any later on today, these are more voice impressions I have in common with Liam that I just remembered. Commander Boring from Kukarashiku, which just so happens to be a coincidence considering he also has the voice of General No Fun, which, yeah. I'm not gonna, again, don't expect me to be showing Donald Trump or Brayden, though. Don't expect that. Unless you go to my Facebook, but anyway. Next up being Marty Medler, along with Captain Mac and Tracy Trickster from the series of Captain Mac. And then, of course, the Duke of Flappington from Paw Patrol. And then two more villains, both from Team Umizoomi. Might as well show those two. Well, make that 3 because, well, he can also do the Troublemakers and the Shape Bandit. I really wish that wasn't the case, but here we are. So, if you enjoyed this 36-minute video, I think now, if you enjoyed it, yeah, I'm already betting you didn't enjoy the idea of villains being in their voice impression range, but I'm betting you did enjoy the other characters. And honestly, Captain Mac probably was not a show you'd expect because, well, this is supposed to be a channel about cartoons, not about live action shows, or... I'm just saying, like... Although the other shows definitely fit in with the channel, at least. Anyway... Now this should officially be over. And make that 37 minutes. Wow. I had just remembered one more. Which, honestly, when you look at the version of him that I chose, that's the one that I haven't. That's the voice impression I got of him, which just happens to be the same as these two people. The people being the user KaiUXD right here on YouTube, and then my girlfriend being the other one. Yep, the voice of Caillou. No joke. Seriously. And then, of course, the narrator for the show, which I don't even want to have to explain it since we... Anyway, for that whole situation, along with the narrator for SpongeBob being another one. That I got in common with people, which the narrators that I got in common with someone I got in common with Jay, of all people. And it's honestly, I have no one else to blame but myself as to why he has any voice impressions from Phineas and Ferb, Paw Patrol, or Caillou. Just saying, I have no one else to blame here. I have to take the blame on that. So, but yeah, I seriously can't think of any others. But now I just expanded this video to being 49 minutes. Jeez. And I'm probably going to do an updated edition and remove my original version of the whole every favorite character that I got video. So that people will know my extended. But I'm not so sure on that. That's probably going to be releasing after I'm done with all my others. If I end up doing it. Anyway, later.